lot of pressure, man.
Yeah, it is. Evil.
Knievel.
Not our real names.
Nailed it.
Oh, you want me to do my bit? Okay, here we go.
Who are those guys?
You're gonna love it. It's just a little independent.
That might have been too much, man.
Hey, welcome to A Little Independent, the podcast where two friends talk about independent, obscure, or just plain weird movies. My name's Ryan.
And I'm Todd.
Hi, Todd.
Hi, Ryan.
How are you?
I am great.
Don't ask me how I am, because if you ask me how I am, I may tell you.
It would be
it
longer than the
bum
podcast.
out the listeners. No, just bum out the listeners. But how are you? Truly. Not kidding.
Doing well. Excited to be here
Yes.
in this genre of your wheelhouse
Well,
that you
this
keep
is-
pulling me back into.
This is a big week. This is a big week. We talked about this yesterday because we hatched an idea for a bonus episode, which I'm really excited about. And this is the week that Fast 9 comes out. This is a time to celebrate.
And how are you watching it?
This is a
Ryan?
time. This is the greatest thing of all time. For Father's Day, my wife has rented a theater. So on Saturday, I will be seeing Fast 9 with my family in my own theater. I will be witnessing probably the greatest movie in cinema history on Saturday.
The entire theater
Whole theater.
is all yours. So you can talk on your phone.
No.
You can throw
if anybody
popcorn.
talks, I'm going to disown them from my
No,
family.
I mean, no. No
It doesn't
ushers
matter.
can throw you out.
I'm anchoring this in a place and time. This episode will come out, and Fast 9 will already have won the Best Picture of the year. Vin Diesel finally will have gotten Best Actor, and I will have had the greatest day of my life.
And I still won't have watched it.
You won't, and I know we differ on that, and I love you anyway, man. I really do. You're wrong.
I
You're
know.
1,000% wrong, but.
You're wrong.
And
Biatch.
I nice tie-in, and I haven't had a chance to celebrate the series enough this week. Like, we should have watched them all. So for family movie night tomorrow, I think we're going to try to get in 3 of them to get ready. But I'm super psyched about that. But I picked so this movie was my pick, and I feel like we've been kind of safe and on the same page for a little bit. Like Creep, I didn't know that you'd like, but I thought you'd be in for the ride. But I thought maybe I'd mix it up a little bit and make for good podcasting and throw a movie into your wheelhouse that is not in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, time to time I'll watch these, the campy horror comedies because they're fun sometimes,
And I've been talking about this movie for a long time.
You
and
have.
You roll your eyes, deservingly so, based on what we know about one another. And I thought this would be a fun way to mix it up. But I'm looking at you and I'm thinking maybe you had a good time with this.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah.
did? Oh, man.
I'm always on board with, independent filmmakers, no
Yeah.
matter what. I mean, it takes so much to accomplish a film, and, and they had fun with it for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
And
So
it was a good time.
Our movie this week is the 2014 horror comedy, soon-to-be classic, Zombeavers.
Soon, this is 21, so 7 years in.
Yeah.
It's soon to be a classic.
And this was another one, like Your Metal Detecting, was a single copy at Family Video.
Yeah.
I was drawn in, and you know me, I'm a sucker for a pun title, and
One copy.
And I'm like, I'm in. Now, we talked about how in some of the interviews we watched, it drew some comparisons to Sharknado, which is not as clever a title. I think Zombeavers is way cleverer because Zombeavers rolls into it. Sharknado, like it should be Shark Kahuna or something. Something that starts with a K.
Shark Tsunami. Which is not a K, but it's not an S, but
It's a T.
right.
In
But
fact,
the
how
sound,
about that, everybody?
whatever that English teachers out there help me out, but it still sounds like an S.
So the film description, and this is on IMDb, which we know are renowned for being totally accurate, but this is the IMDb film description. A fun weekend turns into madness and horror for a bunch of groupies looking for fun in a beaver-infested swamp.
Yeah, that's not right.
No. This is one of the most inaccurate ones, I think, so far.
So where did they get groupies from?
I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
So these are college girls, very clearly, and it's not a beaver-infested swamp, it's a lake.
Yeah, they call it a lake, but it looks like a pond in a lot of the shots. So,
well,
but,
I mean, it was...
Yeah, they refer to it as a lake in the movie.
Billed on IMDb as an action comedy fantasy.
Action comedy. It's a horror comedy.
I know. Horror was not in that description, which is bizarre to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's something in IMDb that is motivate, or like the filmmakers can make changes or whatever, but I would call this a horror comedy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantasy, I think more of like sci-fi, like movies like Legend. I mean, this would not be my fantasy.
Well,
there's a few parts I think I would be into, but
I could insert myself into a part over
not
here.
The whole thing. So, top billed is Rachel Melvin. She plays Mary.
Oh, Mary. Velma.
Now I'll just ask you a blanket question. Have you seen any of these actors in anything before at all?
No. I want to say the one bald comedy guy in the pickup truck.
Okay,
I recognize
we're gonna get to
as
him.
a comedian.
We're going to get to... No, I love that guy. So Rachel Melvin plays Mary. She's best known. She was in Dumb and Dumber 2, the Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels proper sequel. In a movie I remember her from, Mom and Dad. Now, I've talked to you about this before. It's Nicolas Cage and Selma Blair. And it's a movie where parents get a 24-hour virus where they're compelled to murder their own children. Nicolas Cage is, I'd say, an 8.5 Nicolas Cage insanity. And that movie is directed by Brian Taylor, who directed Crank 1 and 2 and Gamer. You know how I love love Brian Taylor. So she was in Mom and Dad. Second build, and I think the star of the show, Courtney Palm, is Zoe. She's been in lots of B horror movies, lots of B sci-fi movies, but she's in a movie that I've talked about to you a lot that we will do on this podcast, Sushi Girl.
Yes.
Remember hearing me talk about Sushi
all
Girl?
the time. I'm waiting to see that one.
She is the main character in Sushi Girl.
She is? Zoe is?
Yeah. She's we'll do it on this podcast because that movie is something else. But she's in an upcoming movie that has another pun for a title, Hellevator Man. So it's an elevator from hell, but it's Hellevator Man.
Is he wearing the hat?
There's not
and
much on it, and I think the lead actor is a wrestler of no renown. Third build is Lexi Atkins. She plays Jen. This is her first feature film. She's also in the Jennifer Lopez classic, The Boy Next Door, which I watched for another bad movie podcast. And she's in a very, very provocative scene in that movie. She plays a waitress in Ted 2. That's probably her biggest role. And she's in the TV show Altered Carbon, which is a really cool TV show on Netflix.
So she's playing Jen, right?
She's Jen. She's
I don't know. I would have picked her as... She seemed like the lead to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
All three are equal, I guess.
I don't know how IMDb ranks.
Yeah.
And I didn't look at the poster to see. But yeah, I would say because her story is kind of compelling.
It's following her.
Yeah. I'm not going to go through the guys, but I want to do a shout out to Peter Gilroy, Guys, who plays Buck. So he's the he's the comic relief in a comedy horror, and I think he does a good job.
Yeah, and then you got the jock.
And so Jen's ex-boyfriend, we'll get into it, Sam, he's played by Hutch Dano. And I think he's the weakest actor in the movie. I think he actually is pretty terrible in this.
And the weakest character.
But he is the grandson of Royal Dano. Do you know who Royal Dano is?
No.
Legendary character actor. He's been in like 300 things. Tons of Westerns throughout the years. He's in The Outlaw Josie Wales. He's in Lost in Space. He was in Chips. Something Wicked This Way Comes. He played Gramps in House 2. And one of his last films, and one of my favorite horror comedies, he's in Killer Clowns from Outer Space. He's in the opening scene.
And that's his grandfather?
Yes.
Huh.
So the guy who plays
say
Sam is the grandson of a character actor extraordinaire.
They say it skips a generation, and
Well, apparently his dad was an actor too, but not in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So he's in kind of an acting legacy. And then we have a character named Smyth, played by Rex Lynn. Again, amazing character. I love this guy. When he showed up in this movie, I shit because like he was in Rush Hour, Cutthroat Island, and this is going to be a podcast that I talk about movies that everybody hates that I love. He's in Cutthroat Island,
all right.
which everybody hates, I love. He plays Mr. Blair. He's the sheriff in a movie called Breakdown with Kurt Russell, where his wife goes missing. He's in The Postman. Everybody hates that Kevin Costner movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie. He's in Ghosts of Mars. Everybody hates that John Carpenter movie. He's in Django Unchained. He's in
Wow.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Tarantino loves to pick obscure actors, character actors, and put them in his movies.
Because he watches all these movies and just says, I want that guy.
And and if I made a movie, I'd be like him. And he's also in a movie I saw in the theater that I love. It's a Stallone movie, Cliffhanger.
Oh, yeah.
That movie fucking rocks. I don't care what you say. It's ridiculous. Lithgow as the villain? Sacrifice. You fucking kidding me? That's boner material. And that guy, he
Lithgow
plays
boner?
He plays the.
That's a new term. I think you just invented,
it doesn't flow like Zombeavers.
It's a catchphrase.
Yeah. But that character actor Rex Lynn, I love that dude. He's so good, and I think he's tremendous in this. This movie was written by three people. Al Kaplan, and he had been a composer on a bunch of stuff and done a bunch of shorts. John Kaplan, who I assume is his brother, again, mostly a composer.
Yeah.
And most notably was the composer on the adult film The Hills Have Thighs.
One or two.
Starring Julie K. Smith.
Also, it's
AKA
softcore.
Cobra from the Andy Sidaris movie series.
Wow.
So once again, we have a connection to Andy Sidaris.
So it must be softcore. I don't think she did.
I didn't look that far into it.
I
Also
can help
written
with that.
by Jordan Rubin, who this was his first feature film, but he'd written for a lot of award shows, MTV Awards. He's written for the Academy Awards. He wrote for the Man Show back in the day. Do you remember that show?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, it was.
Do you think that holds up? Because it was severely misogynistic on purpose.
Yeah.
Do you think today that show would?
What was it, like Ziggy Hoy or something? They had some type of
and
toast.
I forget the guy, but no, it was Jimmy Kimmel, right?
Yeah,
it was Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And Jordan Rubin also wrote and directed a movie called The Drone, which is about a possessed drone, I hear. And all these three guys wrote on the new Critters TV series. So do you remember the movie Critters from back in the day? Mm-hmm. There was a recent TV series. They all wrote on it, and it was directed by Jordan Rubin. The tagline.
Here we go.
Do you have a guess? Because there's two, and it's interesting. There's one official tagline, and there's one that's different on the DVD copy that I watched it on.
I do my best not to,
But, okay, if you had to have a beaver pun-ish for a horror comedy, what would you guess?
God, there's so many puns in this movie about beavers. So did they take it directly out of the movie?
No.
Is the question.
All right. You'll all be damned.
Oh, that's just awful.
And then on the DVD cover that I have, they'll damn you to hell. So damn puns.
Damn you all to hell.
Yeah, they'll damn you to hell. 1 hour and 17 minutes, budget unknown.
That was Planet of the Apes, right? Damn you
Damn
all
you.
to hell.
You blew it up.
You blew it up.
I wonder if you could feel. Can you talk? Can you even love?
Can you love Nova?
Worldwide gross, $54,985.
Wait, what?
Worldwide
Wait.
gross. Wait. $54,985, as far as I can find.
Not bad.
I'm sure it was made for a little bit more than that.
I mean, it's not going to be in all your major releases, you know.
Yeah,
It's just
I
gonna
couldn't
be in
find
your
that
little...
it got a Oh no, it premiered at the Traverse City Film Festival. It played here in 2014.
Wow, because I saw Tribeca,
Yeah, it did
but
there.
I don't know if it premiered here.
But the first time I heard of it was here. I think it was 2014 or 15, and it played at the Traverse City Film Festival. So thank you, Michael Moore, for taking a gamble and playing Zombeavers. What I noticed initially is when you have an independent, there's the different production companies. And the first one that stood out to me was Hypotenuse Pictures, which, of course, you know, hypotenuse is the longest side of a right triangle.
Yes.
Right? You remember that, right, from
geometry? It hurts to go back that far.
Yeah, but that pops, right?
Yeah.
Like in conversation, when you drop hypotenuse.
That doesn't work, though.
But the movie opens, and you know, it's shot really well. I think the cinematography it's bright. It's not trying to be dark, and I think it's trying to be a horror comedy right out the gate.
No, it's filmed well. I mean, there's some creative film, you know, angles and puppets.
So yeah. So we start on the side of a truck, and it says Mamaroneck Medical Research Facility, Medical Waste Disposal.
Yeah.
And I looked up what Mamaroneck meant because I thought maybe it'd be some esoteric thing, but it's a town in New York State.
What?
Yeah, Mamaroneck.
It's not like a medical...
No, Mamaroneck is a town in New York State. It is on the water. So we may be set to believe, because do you agree this is set in Indiana? Because license plates are Indiana. They say you're from Indiana.
The one girl says she's from Indiana. Yeah. It says Ashwood. You know, the sign that they passed?
Yeah, I didn't check to see if that's a town in Indiana.
Yeah, because I wrote it down. I believe it was because it was population like 4,080 or something like that.
So that sounds like a shitty town in Indiana, because I went to college there, and sorry to put you on blast, Indiana, but Indiana's the worst place. So if I'm getting logical about this, if this is a New York medical facility, the inciting incident, as you would call it, means that when this truck has an accident, a barrel flies into a body of water, and it needs to make its way from New York to Indiana. Now, I spent a sad amount of time that I didn't have last night looking into, could a barrel from New York find its way to Indiana through a river, tributaries, main body of water? Sadly, I could not find that it could happen.
See, I think it's set in Indiana, just based on the stuff that they said.
Yes. So
Ashwood is 4,080 people population. Was what was on the sign.
So we have the interior of the truck, and it's driven by these two truck drivers. One is played by Bill Burr, one of my favorite stand-up comedians.
Is that the driver or the other guy?
That's the driver.
Okay.
And the other guy is absolutely crazy famous musician John Mayer.
Yeah.
And holy shit, are they funny. So they're outtakes at the end of this movie, but on the DVD there's deleted scenes.
Uh-huh.
And I think they just let them ad-lib, and there's fucking gold. I don't know how Jordan Rubin picked what to keep.
Yeah.
But you can tell they're just riffing, and John Mayer is fucking funny as hell.
You see that deer, right?
I don't like his music, but I respect him. He's a great guitar player, but like he appeared on the Chappelle Show one time, funny. Like the dude's great, and he's wearing a wig and a very fake mustache. Do you think that mustache was fake so bad on purpose?
Yeah, it's like, the mullet, mustache, and baseball hat look.
Yeah.
You know?
So in a historic first, my quote is right from the beginning.
Oh, okay. So I failed. My guess was.
Oh yeah.
The beaver fever in the truck scene.
Oh, shit, that I'm not kidding. I almost did that one. I almost.
No way.
Did it. Yeah, 100%.
So what do I get for an almost?
Hand job?
I don't know. At Arby's? Can it be at Arby's?
So
an engineer just shot us down. I guess it's not. It's not going to happen.
So here is the two guys driving the truck and their conversation as they're driving a medical waste truck.
I dated a guy once. Could I hear all about it? I mean, there's not a lot to tell. It's like one of the easiest weeks of my life other than sex. That was brutal. You know, it's not the dick, it's the whiskers, man. It just creeps you out. Yeah, we just agreed on everything. You want to get some beers? Yeah. Want to watch the game? Absolutely.
You get beers, and we watch the game. I hear a lot of myself in this story.
There's none of you in this story, man. It was a one-time thing.
Yeah. My friend told me I can't shit in this house anymore.
Oh, isn't that the worst?
You believe that?
Yeah, they get all mad because you blew out their bathroom. It's a place to shit. That's what the room is built for. You're supposed to go in there and take a shit, and then when you do it, they act like they're surprised, like you took a dump on their table or something.
Yeah, I know. I did take a dump on his table. Hey, man, you see that deer up there?
Yeah, I see.
I don't think you do.
Okay, I admit that. I didn't see the deer. I see him now.
So,
There you go. That's the opening, the
so
inciting incident.
Bill Burr picks up his phone. He's looking at his flip phone.
Yeah, you can hear the beep on
Yeah,
it.
you see that deer? Yeah. And as soon as this happened in the movie, the first time I saw it, I was in 1,000%. I don't care if it was fucking garbage the rest of the time. And when I realized that was John Mayer, like midway through the scene, I was like giddy. What a cool way to start.
Yeah.
And how cool of John Mayer to do something like this. But so they hit a deer. The barrel of medical waste is jettisoned into a river or a body of water.
Yeah.
And then we have the intro. What did you think of the intro at all? Did you have thoughts about
I
that?
absolutely loved it.
You liked
The whole Scooby-Doo cartoon over the barrel floating down the river.
So it's animation
Yeah.
and kind of jaunty music.
Yeah, and the Kaplans did the music.
Oh, did they? Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
They're composers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so and it's really cool, but I totally dug the Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Um,
It's fun, and it doesn't, again, it's setting a tone right away, right? Like,
yeah.
this is going to
Don't
be...
take it too seriously.
I mean, if you didn't get it on the name alone, now you get it with this, and you see this barrel's journey
Yeah.
with this fun animation going over it with them running and beavers and stuff like that. And it ends with the barrel just kind of bumping up against a beaver dam with some beavers on top.
Yeah. Making unbeaver-like sounds like little puppies going, "Arr."
Well, yeah, you're supposed to realize how cute beavers are until they're
You're supposed to, feel sorry for them.
And then the barrel springs a leak, and like neon green ecto cooler comes out because it needs to be neon green, so you know it's not good for you.
Yeah, and you can see it on everything else.
Yeah. So now we cut to, and there are like some kind of fast cuts in this movie, and it's well paced. You know, like we said before, sometimes I'm in for a longer haul, sometimes I'm in for just a breezy hour and 17 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quick.
And I'm good to go. So we cut to a girl crying in a rest stop bathroom. She's texting what you assume. Did you assume that was a boyfriend? She's calling him a liar. She's upset about something.
Yeah. It was tough to read exactly,
She
what
did
was
text
on the
like you're a
text, but-
liar. It's a guy, so I assumed it's a boyfriend or an ex. And then there's a bang at the door, and it's a creepy fucking Indiana.
The voice.
Yeah.
Got to take a shit.
Yeah, that's an Indiana guy right there. Am I isolating maybe our potential Indiana listeners?
I've been to
You
Indiana.
can love it. That's cool. It's America's armpit. Look at where it's stationed. Like Florida is America's balls, and
Fucking
anyway.
French.
So a creepy guy at the door, and I think it's funny. This movie, and I didn't ask my wife about this, because I'm always curious as to descriptions of how girls hang out in movies and how accurate it is. Because this character, Jen,
Yeah.
gets in the car. She has two other friends in the car, and they're like, "What took you so long?" And she's like, "They're out of toilet paper, so I had to use my hand."
Yeah.
Now, that sounds like a decidedly guy thing to
It
say.
sounds like a
Do you
gross
think-
guy line, yeah.
Do you think that there's a chick cool enough to come up with like, 'cause that's a girl for me. Comes up with that. I mean, I'm married. Nobody's asking anyway, but like, it's it seemed a little odd for this pretty blonde girl to say they were out of toilet paper, so I wiped my ass with my hand.
Yeah. Well, 3 guys wrote the script.
I know, and I'm trying to give it the
so
benefit
there you
of
go.
the
You
doubt.
know, and then in this, she's not gonna. This is her first movie, right? So she's probably not gonna go like, I don't believe my character would say this. Who the fuck are you?
Shut up and say the line. This
Yeah.
is genius. So they're in the car, and it's clear that the girls are on a no boys weekend, and it's because Jen, the character, has broken up or been betrayed by a guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's a getaway, girls' weekend.
yeah, and they're going to Mary's cousin's shack, is what they're calling it. They call it a shack, and I like the fact that they're so okay. Logically,
They have a dog.
their college. I went to college in Indiana, Valparaiso University, not big city, but these and are they in Purdue? Are they at Purdue? Is that like snotty Indiana college girls? Because they seem very ill prepared for the wilderness or for the woods.
Yeah, many a movie has been made on that.
It's not really said, but so you know that beavers have been sprayed by green goo. So you have tension building, I guess.
Right.
And they go to the
Anticipation.
prerequisite scene of the first person getting killed off screen. So they have the little boy on the bank of the river and he's fishing.
Yeah,
And something grabs his line.
with a hat that says #1 Dad.
Is that the hat that floats by
Yes.
them on the rafts?
Yes, the very one.
I never caught that before.
Because I'm like, why the hell is that kid? The kid took his dad's hat.
Well, maybe it's a
To
sad
go
thing.
fishing.
Maybe Dad left, and he left him that hat, and this kid just wears that #1 Dad hat, and he's sad fishing alone.
Yeah. His dad passed away or something, and
So he's fishing. Something clearly bad happens to him. So you have the first off-screen death is a little boy.
yes,
That's a bold choice.
yeah, probably a young teenager.
There's another bold choice death in this movie that I don't know how I feel about still. But they get to the house, which I think looks kind of nice. It's not like Evil Dead.
Yeah.
You see an Evil Dead, that place looks kind of like I wouldn't want to stay there.
And then, they're doing a shot of the car from outside, and I don't know which girl says it, but they have. Is this where we're stopping
this
for more gas?
The rest stop or something.
I'm
yeah.
like, what the hell is what? I didn't get that. That was weird.
I mean, it looks like a nice place.
Yeah,
And so
like
they-
it was too nice to be
Yeah.
the shack. Maybe is what that meant.
Maybe.
Because I have no idea what that was about.
But they get there, they haven't gotten into the house yet, and what would you call the neighbor? A nosy neighbor or somebody who's known Mary since she was a kid shows up
Yeah.
just right off screen. So, she was ducking out of camera, and then she pops in. Because it's really sudden. It's not like they see her coming. She's just like,
Well, there's only like 3 houses out there on the lake, so
Yeah.
when they get a neighbor, they come
independent
running out.
film. You don't have the time for all that kind of stuff. But the wholesome neighbor says, I haven't seen Mary. And she has the comment about, oh, you've grown up. And the Zoe character, who we haven't talked about yet, she's the wild one of the bunch.
Yeah. Well, she has a dog with her.
She's
Little-
the one who
little
has a
dog.
dog. And so the one thing that kind of bothered me this time is biatch.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like maybe that was 2014, but it felt kind of dated to me, that character just calling everybody bitches. I don't know. It kind of grated on me a little bit.
Well, she does something like her introduction. She's like fist bump, biatch, and
Yeah.
and the little old lady doesn't know what to do.
Well, but
You shake her hand.
the
She's
neighbor says the
confused.
funniest thing in the world
Yeah, then she comes back with like a Betty White line
about
yeah.
her daughter, who's just a weirdo. She's a real piece of work. She brings people home. I don't even know what sex they are.
Yeah, he says she's a real slut.
And she's not even attractive or something.
Yeah,
Okay, again, that's when I'm like back in with this movie because that was unexpected to me.
yeah.
Like,
It was
you
like
could
the
have the
Betty
nosy
White
neighbor
in
Lake Placid.
Lake Placid.
Oh,
Exactly.
God, yes. Ah,
Sherlock.
this movie had a Officer Fuckmeat.
I wish we could do that one.
I definitely not independent. Saw that in theater. But what kind of I noted this time was again, the girls are fine. You have the blonde, You have Mary, who is maybe the nerdy one. She's got glasses, but she's
Yeah.
always in platform heels and has her ass
she's,
hanging out.
She's Velma. Well, they all got their asses hanging out.
And then Zoe is the wild one, but their accents are in and out. This whole movie.
Zoe is trying to do a little bit of a Southern.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Now, I know Southern Indiana, you do have accents like this, but they are in and out of the fucker. And it's, again, it doesn't take me out of it.
And they're not college girls. They're more like...
Well, they read books.
Country folk.
As you see later, they read books. So there is that. But that maybe was a choice, do you think? The director had him because, your live sound, you can hear what they're doing. Do you think Jordan Rubin was like, listen, like you were just not doing an accent. Now you just walked into the accent. You got to keep it consistent. Do it or don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
In ADR, I don't know how much that plays into it, how much the director is actually there. But I just noticed that they were in and out of those accents pretty bad.
Zoe's the only one I really noticed
Yeah.
was trying to do it.
Yeah. Maybe. Mary does a few times too. But, they're at this cabin and naturally there's a raft, one of those like anchored out in the middle. The lakes are gross, by the way.
This one is a pond. This one isn't very much of a lake.
Well,
it's a little cesspool.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of wood. And beavers.
There's a lot of shit floating around in there.
And so they go swimming. And so you have to think of these three characters. You have the blonde who's had her heart broken, Mary, maybe the nerd.
Yeah.
And then you have Zoe.
Yeah.
Now, do yourselves a favor. If you're going to watch this movie, there are tropes about these movies. Who's the first to get topless? And who's the final girl? Because there's always a final girl in these kind of horror movies. And some lately, there's a final guy. But if you want to do a bet with your friends and you're going to watch Zombeavers, just try to guess.
Right now, before they leave the house there, they chat and do stuff in the bathroom, blah, blah, blah. But before they go out to the three of them leave, that's when you should pick your girl who shows her tits. And then you should pick the girl, which could be the same one, that's going to be the final girl. And then you should pick the two of the three that are going to get laid. Just a fun little game to play.
But the final girl never gets laid. That's the thing. That's why she's the final girl. She's wholesome. I don't know if that's true. That's kind of a blanket statement, but it's, again, kind of horror movies tend to be morality tales. But they go swimming, and the raft happens to be near a beaver dam, which I didn't look this up. I don't know if Indiana is known for beavers. It may be. Certain parts.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, if you go back far enough, they all the states had them. So.
I didn't encounter any of them when I went to college. But it's Jen who wants to go explore the beaver dam, which, I'm like, I wouldn't think any of these girls, because like you said, the water's gross. There's like sticks in it. And
yeah,
that's probably on purpose. And it was set decorated, I guess, that way. I would not
the
have
location
wanted to
they had to
swim
film
there
in, just
at
that
all.
pond.
So they go explore this beaver dam, one of them topless, who just doesn't want any tan lines. And they come up on the shore, and they see some of the toxic goo on the...
Yeah, they call it beaver piss, even though it's
Yeah.
fluorescent green, glowing goo.
I can't surmise
They think it's beaver piss.
what beaver piss looks like.
Well, it doesn't glow in the dark.
I'm guessing. Well, maybe Zombeaver piss does.
Yeah, it for sure does. We see it. And then the bear, right?
Yeah, so a bear shows up, which, again, this area in Indiana could be known for bears. And they are understandably scared.
Except I believe it's a grizzly bear, and certainly not in Indiana.
Ooh. All right, Jordan Rubin, you fucked up.
Well, it's, the local zoo guy.
Yeah.
That's all he had.
So there's a shot fired from the distance, and you see a kind of grizzled guy show up who they feel saves the day. And did you notice that he comes up and he says, "Look at you heifers."
Yeah. Yeah, and these girls are
couldn't be more
thin. Yeah. And wearing they're wearing bikinis.
Which was an odd
Yeah, it was funny.
dialogue
I thought it
choice.
was funny when he said heifers, because
Yeah.
I was like,
So maybe, he was establishing himself, and he suggests that they should cover up because there's decent people living there, and
yeah,
his name is Smyth.
with a Y.
Smyth with a Y,
In case one of you girls ever have to write me a check.
which again,
And then he spits out spits his chew.
yeah. And again, this is the moment when I see this character actor and I lose my mind. I'm like,
What is
they
he doing
got
here?
him. I can see him being game for this, and
Yeah.
and that honestly, that kind of thing, and we may have talked about this before. When you see certain character actors in movies, it anchors you, and you're like, I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I know this is going to be rad.
Well, it's definitely your world. So how would this compare to your mermaid movie with that character actor showing up in it?
Same thing. It lends some credibility to it, and I think those kind of actors, they read a script, they know what they're getting into, and maybe they're doing it for fun. They're probably not doing it for a huge paycheck,
No, definitely not.
and they just want to have a good time. They want to work. And when you get to that stage in your career as a character actor, you're probably taking whatever the fuck you want to take. You're not being forced.
Yeah.
You get, and that's kind of an enviable position. Like, if I thought about it, I wouldn't want to be a megastar. I want to be a character actor and just make a comfortable living and work when I wanted to work.
Yeah.
And then have somebody like Tarantino be like, I loved you in 9,000 movies. I want to put you in this one for that one, probably pretty good payday.
Yeah.
and
Yep.
and be there. So, that's Rex Lynn, and he's fucking fantastic. And he asked them to cover up. The girls go back, and they've had kind of a traumatic experience, but they're not seemingly shaken by this. So this is another moment where I'm wondering, is this what girls do alone? Because they're in a cabin, and they make popcorn, and they play, like, Would You Rather?
Yeah.
Is that...
Which
probably-
evolves into Truth or Dare.
Which, I guess, guys are probably not doing that. Like, Would You Rather? Would You Ever? We just talk about nothing, I guess.
We don't. We You want to watch the game? You want to drink some more beers?
Yeah. The sex was brutal. And
Yeah, you saw the guy talk in the truck.
yeah, so the girls are throwing popcorn at each other, and Jen's wearing leg warmers for some reason. I thought that was an interesting costuming choice. And they hear sounds. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Zombeaver attack.
The attacking has started, yeah.
And
Did you see the one scene where the dog freaks out? Like literally like leaps up and flips around like
Yeah.
when the first sound crashed. So they
Yeah.
really crashed on the door. And that was funny.
yeah, or you wonder if somebody off camera was just like, bang,
Yeah, he
and
just pounded because the
scared
dog,
this poor dog.
Yeah, the dog freaked out.
And so they seem genuinely concerned. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But one of them was behind this. So
Yeah.
they go
One
outside.
of them knew what was happening.
So they go outside, and this is kind of, I was going to say this is important, but they go outside, and we talked about this in movies in Creep, somebody who goes outside and leaves the front door open.
Mm-hmm.
So they go outside, leave the front door a little bit open, and a figure charges at them that I think was meant to look like a beaver. Because this figure has a hood, and he's like scurrying, and this figure turns around and farts. And it turns out to be Mary's boyfriend, Tommy.
The jock. And that,
Wearing that goddamn sports
yeah,
jacket.
it should have been Buck to do that because that was his character.
Yeah.
Buck,
It's just a weird-
the class clown, big
And
goofy
that
guy.
jacket, by the way, that stupid fucking sports varsity jacket.
Yeah.
I never coveted anything like that. Like, I was in sports in high school and could have gotten, like, and I've got a letter, but I'm like, fuck that jacket. Like, maybe it's because I was into metal and it just looks stupid to me.
Yeah, musicians and jocks aren't necessarily always on the
Well,
same page.
That's right. Their stereotypes exist for a reason. But I thought the running up and farting thing was just kind of goofy. It didn't bother me. But it turns out all the girls' boyfriends, including the guy who has wronged Jen,
yeah.
have been invited.
Well, they
showed
drove
up.
Yeah, they.
They drove 4
I
hours.
think it's Zoe who went out. Who's the one that went out front?
Yeah.
because she's the only one that knew what was
She
going
was
on.
pissed that there was no service, and she wanted to text behind Mary's back, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, she had already had him en route, I think.
I agree. And so Zoe's boyfriend, Buck, Mary's like, no, you guys got to leave. And she kind of puts her foot down, which I think is kind of cool. And I think she meant it.
Yeah.
But she, you know.
It's my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they convince her, and Buck was like, I've been driving for 4 hours. My leg's asleep, and I haven't had sex forever. My dick's asleep.
He says 36 hours. I haven't had sex in 36 hours. My dick's asleep.
My dick's asleep. These are, and this is, again, I think satire. They're the horniest fucking people ever.
I know. Well, Cabin in the Woods, she makes out with a wolf head, for crying out loud, on the wall. She's so...
Oh, yeah. Well, she's dared to do it. But they're playing up that these horny college kids, my dick's asleep is a great line, actually.
Yeah. 36 hours.
And Jen's boyfriend had been in the house, so he shows up behind everybody, and he admits that he broke in through a window. And I look at him, and again, I'm not trying to knock, I'm not an actor, but he just oozes douchebag. And that's probably why they cast him, right?
And his character, that was his character.
So, man, maybe he's great in this. Maybe he is.
He's great at being pathetic.
But he oozes like douchebag.
Yeah.
Because he's got this like 5 o'clock shadow, and he looks like older than everybody. And so they're allowed to stay, and it's immediately everybody's fucking. Not everybody, obviously. Jen and I keep forgetting his name. Sam are not, but you get to, I think one of my favorite, the outtakes on this are funny. The sex scene between Buck and Zoe.
Oh, yeah.
He's behind her, and they're going at it, and he's like, "Oh my God, you're way too hot for me."
You're way too... Yeah. Yeah, they're doing the doggy style, and then
because he's he's kind of a goofy looking guy, and you see the two
he's
of them
got
together.
a gut on him.
Zoe's a very pretty girl, and the fact that what are you doing? You're way too hot for me. Again, I think is brilliant.
Yeah,
and there's a bunch of in the outtakes.
And she's like, "Oh, you know it," or something.
There's a bunch of great lines in the outtakes. Again, I think what they used in the movie was the best, but that kid is phenomenal. Like, they just let him riff.
Yeah, and then later on, he's going to probably deliver the best line in the whole movie.
Oh, I'm interested.
Okay.
Maybe we clocked the same thing. So we have Jen and Sam uncomfortably on the couch.
Listening.
And they're listening to the ambient sounds of their two couples having, aggressive and loud sex.
Yeah.
And it becomes apparent that another inciting incident is Sam was photographed kissing another woman. You see Sam, you see the back of some woman's head, and Jen's obviously pissed about it, which makes sense.
Yep.
And the guy's trying to, baby, don't call me baby.
Yeah, she's hits him a couple times.
She slaps him twice.
Yeah.
The second one, he really says fucking hard.
Yeah. After the first one, he goes, "You feel better?" And then she clocks him again, knocks him on the floor.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Like they made it really like he was like slapped back, and she gets up to leave, and then do you think so he like goes to kiss her. She makes out with him a little.
She's setting him up.
And then knees him right in the nuts.
Yeah, he pinned her against the wall, and then she starts kissing him, and then, he starts going for the goods with his hand, and then she just drops him with a knee shot.
Intentional. So next we have a shower scene, or it's going to be a shower scene. It doesn't take too long to get there. And Jen's going to take a shower, and we have our first Zombeavers sighting.
Yeah, attack even.
Attack. So she's about getting ready to get in the shower. The water's on.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sound, and there's a Zombeaver in the tub.
Yeah.
And she understandably freaks out. And so I'm wondering, how did it get in?
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah.
Is it
as soon as
the open
when
door?
I saw that, did it come up through the drain? How did it replace the dog later on?
Because we're going to need to talk about the characteristics in this talents of Zombeavers.
It happens throughout the movie where these things just can appear like leprechauns.
Good. That's it. Magic. I like it. And so there's an attack. She freaks out. She gets out and closes the door. And she's like, there's a rabid beaver.
Yeah. How about that sound effects that they do? Like, it's like a screaming mountain lion. You know?
We're gonna get to. Do you know about the? We'll get to the sound effects.
All right.
But
it's really loud.
So they're in one of those great scenes where there's something locked in the bathroom, and who's going to be the one to open the door and take care of business?
Yeah. So douchebag is holding a baseball bat. So he's never held a baseball bat in his life. He's holding it up like at the barrel, like partially up on the barrel.
He's
end.
not getting good leverage if he swings like that.
Well, you couldn't swing it, and then the jock pushes him out of the way and calls him
He's
a
like,
pussy.
I'll
whatever.
do it.
Yeah,
I'll
and
do
then
it.
he's holding the baseball bat, like he knows how to do it, and he means business.
So he gets in, and there's no Zombeaver in the space.
Yeah, so
at least in the tub.
So Buck has to start making fun of her.
And then we see that the Zombeaver is in the cabinet. It comes out, and Tommy beats this thing in half.
Yeah.
I love practical effects. The practical effects in this movie are great.
He just keeps hitting it until
and it starts to split in half. And so what's funny is the idea of zombies and Zombeavers doesn't come up until late in the movie. But they're asking, did anybody get bit? And so my question to you is what we know about Jen. Did you catch anything in that particular scene? You see something later.
When he's beating it in half?
No, like what happens to Jen later in the movie? How does that happen? And I think it's from this scene.
Oh, when she got clawed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't show her legs, but
you see it later.
It
kind of
like clawed at
scene.
her when it dove out.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's very possible that was where it came from.
And so they're kind of, they put this thing in a garbage bag, they throw it on the porch, and they seem kind of freaked out, a little nonplussed. And this is, when Buck has this, we're all going to die. It's our last night alive. We should have a safety orgy.
Perfect guy to deliver those lines.
Again,
too.
I don't know if it was ad-libbed. I think that this kid is great.
Yeah.
And it's, that's one of those funny things because that happens in movies where like this desperation happens and they do something stupid like have sex.
Like what comes to mind is a friend for the end of the world or whatever when they're at Frenzies.
Yeah.
And then the whole friggin' restaurant just breaks out into an orgy.
Yeah, that was a great movie. And there was I think a good bit of foreshadowing in this because when he's doing the safety orgy thing and he talks about his leg or his foot again and somebody says, "Nobody cares about your foot, Buck." Did you catch that?
No.
So I think that's foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing what the Jaws homage to come.
Right. And then we have a cut to the next day. Smyth is out checking his traps. Now, do you think he's a trap? Is he trapping beavers? Because there's really, if there's a criticism about this movie, there's nothing about him. He's just a guy who lives there.
Yeah.
I would like a spin-off movie about that character alone.
Usually beaver traps are in and around the water, at the trail that they take into the water.
He's not
so that
water,
it catches them and then they drown, if I'm not mistaken. And he's out in the center, like a game trail on land, I would guess, if we're going to really dive in.
So maybe that's just what he does for his food, and he's just a trapper in that area.
Yeah, he's a trapper,
right.
But we don't know if it's a beaver or not.
Glad we got through that, ladies and gentlemen. I still want a movie about him. But the next day, they're just ready to go out for a swim. Everybody's forgetting, except for Jen.
Yeah.
Forgetting, and they go out on the porch, and the beaver that was in the garbage bag is not there anymore, and they assume it's been taken away by another animal, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
One or two of the girls, I think, were they're freaked out and apprehensive, and he's like, "Come on, we haven't seen you guys
Zoe
in your
is just
bikini yet."
Down. She's down for anything.
She's the wild one.
And this is when, so throughout the movie, there's been a bunch of beaver jokes. And this is why I love this movie, because as they're walking down to the water, somebody says a beaver joke. And I think it's Mary who says, "Can we stop with the beaver jokes?"
Yeah.
And from that point forward, no more beaver jokes.
He yells, "Why did the beaver cross the road?"
Yeah.
And then they leave it hanging.
And I like that kind of writing. Like, can we stop with the beaver jokes?
Uh-huh.
Because you're, as an audience member, like, okay, how long are we going to do beaver jokes?
Yeah. If you want to do a drinking game, just every time they say beaver, drink.
Does that include Zombeaver?
Yeah.
Nobody actually
the
does
word
say
beaver.
Zombeaver.
is in there.
So they're swimming, and Sam and Mary are on top of the raft, and it's revealed that the girl that Sam was kissing in that photo is Mary.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
and that's
Zoe reveals it when they're
later.
Yeah.
But they talk about it, and I'm like, well, that's kind of not in keeping with Mary's character, because Mary and Tommy seem, this is the dumbest thing, but they seem like a pretty decent couple, because Tommy, later in the movie, I think turns out to be a pretty decent guy. And it starts with him trying to, taking the baseball bat and taking the lead. He's the jock.
He's the hero throughout, really. Yeah.
So that seems kind of weird, but Mary says it was a mistake, and Sam says, "Tell it to my finger," which indicates that a little more went on than a kiss in that particular photo.
Well,
unless
I think we allude to that whole thing, but to me, that's saying a little less, because I would have thought they went all the way without a doubt, and then now he's saying,
I think they
tell
just,
it to my finger.
Went to, technically,
it
third
started.
base.
That was the start, the foreplay, if you will.
So they're in the water, and this is when Jen's on the bank of the pond, as you call it. She doesn't want to get in the water, and they have her come in a little bit, and then there's like something went past my leg. Again, common occurrence.
Yep.
Cut to most of them in the water, and Buck is pulled underwater.
Yep.
Now,
just like in Jaws.
Did you think that he was joking? Because I did the first time. Like, he's just making a joke.
The very, very first time, I think so.
Yeah.
But then when he comes back up with his foot in his hand in the thing of blood, and then they do did you catch that? The Jaws camera work?
Well, no, you see the blood first.
Right, but when they cut back to
where the
Jen,
pulls back.
Yeah, that's what they did on Brody in Jaws when the kid went under.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was like a total homage to that whole scene.
I can't imagine you'd not, because there's also an homage to Die Hard in this.
Yep.
But Buck comes up holding his foot. They get themselves onto the raft, and Jen runs back to the house. Now the rest of them are being attacked by Zombeavers through the raft, and they're popping up and all that kind of stuff. Jen has run back to the house, and did you notice that the Zombeavers had cut the phone line?
Well, after she tried to use the phone, I did.
Well,
did
no, she runs in, and then they cut to the phone.
Yeah,
and it's got beaver scratches. In
these goofy looking scratches that definitely wouldn't have been by a beaver.
So they attack the phone, or they disable the phone.
They're smart beavers.
And so, did you find the cutting in this too much? Because you see the kids on the raft, they're being attacked, and then you find that Jen is being attacked in the kitchen by the almost cut in half Zombeaver, and it just kind of goes back and forth. Did that bother you at all?
No.
I mean, it's kind of exciting. Like, the pacing was good.
Yeah.
Because everybody's in peril at the same time.
Well, in the crazy scene with Jen on the countertop, with her legs spread open and in her bikini, and the beaver is going right for her beaver, and then just before it gets there, right through the skull with a knife.
And that's actually an alternate poster, is like this caricature of a girl with her legs spread and a beaver, kind of like Jaws coming towards it.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
So the kids are on the raft trying to escape, and this is the part that it shocked me in a way the first time, but Sam picks up Zoe's dog, and they're like, we got to get to the shore.
We need a diversion.
And he throws the fucking dog in the water. And you see the dog, it's a little like Jack Russell or something, like murdered by Zombeavers.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, in the outtakes, they have this dog in the water with the mechanical Zombeavers.
Yeah.
And the dog is having a blast.
The dog is trying to get the one I saw. He's like swimming over the top of him.
And you did see that in the normal outtakes. So, and the director's like, he's supposed to be scared of the but within the framework of the story, Sam murders Zoe's dog, and they escape to the shore successfully.
Yep. Yeah, gave him enough time to dive in and go the other way.
Did that affect you at all, watching that dog get eaten?
The first time, and then then you start thinking about it, like, well, if he didn't do that, they probably would have died.
I don't know. wouldn't you compose yourself and be like, these are fucking beavers? Like, we can stomp on their heads.
Well, the guy's laying there with a
Well,
tourniquet
there
on,
is
holding
urgency,
his foot.
Yes, there
so
is
obviously,
urgency with Buck. So again, they're in this aftermath. They're in the house, and Zoe is furious, sitting next to Sam.
yeah,
And he says, if it was me and a dog, I'd choose the dog every time. And this is when Zoe says to Jen that the girl in the photo was Mary, just
Yeah.
because she's mad.
yeah. I mean, they're arguing. She's calling him an asshole, and then she says, "Well, tell that something about. Well, say that to Jen."
Yeah.
She's like, "What do you mean?" Yeah, everybody else knows.
Which everybody else seems to
And
be
then
their whole
and then
sphere.
her boyfriend, the Jack, goes, "I didn't know." And then now I expected him to attack
yeah.
the other guy, but he didn't.
This
he just
is that
sulked
is
away.
interesting. That is
I
interesting.
immediately expected a guy fight
Yeah.
right there. I thought he was going to beat the shit out of the guy.
I wonder if that was part of it and they just cut it for time or whatever.
Oh no, they keep reversing. We keep seeing this.
Yeah.
He's like turning on his head a little bit, which
Yeah.
you expect to see
Yeah, that's a
from
good
the
point.
genre.
That is a good point. And now we have the impaled beaver in the kitchen starting to move again. And now they're starting to realize that there's a zombie component to these things.
Yeah, it's slapping its tail, but it's clearly
And
cut
that's,
in half.
That's the interesting thing about the tail thing, because that's how they communicate. And that's what's one of the creepiest scenes in the movie is later, and it has to do with communicating by the tail. But it's moving.
Is that why she's doing that in the bedroom?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to hear your take on that. All right.
So they're like, what's going on? Why won't it die? It's basically been baseball batted in half.
Yeah.
And Sam stabs it in the head, and he's like, there. And once again, asshole's wrong. And it keeps doing its thing. And he stabs it, and the head comes off. And have we seen that there's glowing eyes of multiple
I think
zombievers
so.
outside?
Yeah, they know they're out there waiting, and it's dark now.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
that's their, like, you could see them in the dark because their eyes are
Scooby Doo.
glowing. Yeah.
It's that Scooby Doo scene where you see all the little glowing eyes in the dark.
And he comes out with that severed head, like, is this what you want?
Yeah.
To a bunch of fucking beavers.
Yeah.
And he throws the head, like, okay,
He's losing his mind.
that's going to work.
Yeah.
We're good.
They're not going to come after us anymore.
Now, the house is surrounded, and they realize that and now this is like real peril, because one guy has had his foot gnawed off.
Yeah, he's bleeding out. Yeah, they've got a tourniquet on him, but he's going to die if they don't get him to help.
So they say, we need to get him to a hospital. And Tommy is the one to suggest it. Tommy is the one who said, I'm going to do this. And Zoe, as a dutiful girlfriend, says, I'm going to go with. So they get him out. They race out into their car.
No, Tommy is Mary's boyfriend.
Yeah, but Zoe and Buck are together. That's what I'm saying. Zoe is the dutiful girlfriend of Buck.
Oh, God.
Goes
Okay.
with.
Sorry.
And they get into the car. And again, another great bit of writing. The normal trope in every movie is you rush to a car, and what happens? Car doesn't start.
But it's an electric.
In this case, the car doesn't start, and they're freaking out. And he's like, it's a Prius. You have to finesse it.
It's a hybrid. I have to finesse it, but you don't hear them when they start because they're electric.
Yeah, I know.
And so he could have even played on that a little more.
Yeah.
Like the
that's
car
true.
won't start, and it's on because it's
hybrid.
electric. You don't know
Again, another like laugh out loud funny line to me
it. Yeah.
in a movie that you know is supposed to be silly. And
Yeah.
they're throwing at tropes. They're throwing at tropes. And this is when a pet peeve of mine happens, in that you cut to the neighbors and they hear the Prius skidding out on a
Yep.
dirt road,
Yeah.
which wouldn't happen.
Because they can really peel out,
Yeah.
those Prius.
And the lady is wondering what the noise is. And do you remember what the guy says?
Yeah. You really want me to go over there to
No.
a bunch of college
He's like,
girls?
what's the disruption? And the guy's like, they're probably scissoring themselves to Lady Gaga.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's that one.
Holy shit. And that's another character actor who's great. And the way he delivers that line,
Yeah.
like you wonder if he knows what scissoring is. Good for him. He's clearly hip, but scissoring themselves to Lady Gaga. And so they escape, and you're like, did you feel like they may make it? Like they got in the car successfully, they weren't attacked, off they'd go. Now, were you ahead of the movie going, what's going to stop them? Or
Yeah, I don't think I was thinking about that. I was just kind of like along for the ride, But yeah, now you say that, it's like, of course,
always stops them.
yeah, they have to come back. They're not going to.
just escape and be fine, and the rest of them get eaten.
Yeah, and get help and come get them. Yeah.
So they're stopped by a dam that's made in the middle of the road.
Yeah, the beavers took down a tree. Yeah.
So
the
let's
road.
talk about the qualities of Zombeavers. What skills do you perceive that they have?
All right, so they've got the white eyes with no pupils, the little buttons, right?
Well, that's not a skill.
So
What attributes
they can
do
see in the
have?
dark really well.
Oh, yeah. Well, they say that beavers are nocturnal.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
nocturnal.
They chew through wood.
Yeah. So if you board up your windows, that's not going to be helpful.
With wood, yeah. That's hence the sheet metal line that's coming up. That's
Right.
pretty funny.
They jump.
Oh yeah, we find
They
out
jump at you.
we find out they tunnel.
They tunnel.
Yeah.
And beavers do that naturally.
They're
but
really
these ones
really
do.
good tunnels.
They're intelligent, and they work together.
They understand landlines and
Yeah,
what they do.
They know.
They have to eliminate the landlines,
So they're intelligent. So this is a pretty fierce enemy.
and they take down a tree so that you can't drive away. They block the road.
Yeah. I mean, they build a dam in the road.
So intelligence level is
Yeah.
porpoise.
Yeah. A scary motherfucker. There's some real teeth in this.
Yeah, it's got teeth.
So the three are stopped, and they realize, and this is the second time the first time this happens in the movie, they've got to continue on foot, which is tough because,
Yeah.
like, logistically, if you're into the movie right now, you're like, this guy has no foot, he has to be carried in the woods, and Zoe and Buck are going to stay behind, and Tommy is going to go to find help.
Yeah, she's turning the car around to drive back
Yeah.
to the house because there's no other way,
Yeah.
and he's going on foot. And then those damn beavers chop down another tree and chop down Tommy.
They very precisely
Yeah,
chew through a tree that crushes Tommy,
yeah,
ostensibly what you think, to death.
yeah.
And they're
Oh yeah,
like,
he's dead.
oh, you didn't catch
Temporarily dead. Later on, he comes back.
Yeah, and that got me too.
So they must have bit him at some point because.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Okay. God, we're really on a same page.
Yeah.
We're really getting in a rhythm.
But this is where that crazy line comes up. So Zoe's driving, and her boyfriend Buck, who's dying in the back seat, leans up into her ear and says, how does he say? I'm really sorry that I didn't go down on you or something like that.
Oh.
Because they said that in the bedroom. You said
oh,
I really
yeah.
wanted to, and then he delivers a line, but it smells so bad down there. and she doesn't say anything. They just leave that hanging there and kind of cut. And I was like, what?
I always clock that too, and it seems like you could have done more with that. I mean, that was him, probably, again, an ad lib that they just left in.
It's like his dying, declaration.
Yeah. And that's the ridiculousness of it. Like,
Right.
I'm sorry I never went down on you. It smells bad. I'm about to die, and this is the last thing I'm going to say to you. This is the last thing I'm going to leave you with. You need to spruce up a little bit down there. So now we, again, cut back to the gang in the house, and we're going with the Scooby-Doo thing, the gang, and they decide to start safeguarding the house and boarding up the windows with wood.
Yeah.
And then you have the line of Sam going, come out to the lake. We'll have a few laughs.
Yeah.
The Die Hard line.
Yep. I circled that as Die Hard. So I have Jaws, Die Hard, and Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. I did
Yep.
not clock
But
the Scooby-Doo thing.
I do believe for you zombie horror film buffs out there, there's definitely more homages in there to like Night of the Living Dead, probably Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah. They
any
board
other
up the
zombie.
houses.
Yeah. There's a bunch of those, but I'm just not up on those.
The idea is, in those movies, the zombies use their strength or they punch through. This is like, you idiot, zombies or beavers eat wood.
Yeah.
Which it's
Well,
funny
they're trying to come through the windows, so they try and but then we get the whack-a-mole game going.
That was funny as shit.
Yeah.
the Zombeavers are coming up
Yep.
like intermittently
Yeah,
through
yeah.
the thing.
Did you ever play that game or
Oh,
have your
Whack-A-Mole?
kids?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Chuck E.
exactly what they
Cheese.
were doing.
Home of the weirdest animatronic creations ever. A buddy of mine, he like I don't know if it was Chuck E. Cheese. I forget the other ones, but they had those animatronic things.
Yeah.
And he was like afraid they'd possess his soul. He was afraid of them deathly as a kid. I think one of them was named Joe Bob or something. We had a record album of them. That's creepy shit. Because they'd move like,
Yeah.
you'd hear the gears
Little
moving.
Caesar Land or something like that. Little Caesars had one down in where
There's actually a new
where I'm
movie,
from.
and I forget the name of it, with Nicolas Cage, where he takes a job as a night cleaner of one of those places, and the things come alive and start murdering people. Yeah, it's Wally's Wonderland. That's what it's called.
Wally
I cannot
World.
I cannot wait to watch it. So we have the gang in the cousin shack being attacked, and we get Smyth, Buck, and Zoe because Smyth comes and saves Zoe and Buck with his gun, and he's
Yeah.
got his truck parked there, and Smyth gets them back to that neighbor's house.
Well, they go back to the house there, and then
Yeah, 'cause
they
they
can't get in,
Yeah, but
and
they
then
go.
they make a run for
They make a run
the neighbor's house. Right? Yeah.
And you see the guy dead, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And at this point, see, this is why I like this movie, because about zombie movies. You get bit, you turn into a zombie,
Yeah.
and with this, all bets are off. What's the story about being attacked by a Zombeaver? Because this guy's not eaten completely. So were you thinking anything at this point?
I wasn't surprised,
Yeah,
when
happens?
it happened. Yeah, because that's the tradition. That when
So
you're bit by a zombie, you turn into one.
right, and is the same true for Zombeavers?
Right.
You don't know.
You don't know.
Unprecedented.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a zombie animal movie. I guess Cujo maybe is a good
Yeah,
example.
He
of a
was
zombie.
rabid.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He wasn't a zombie. Gosh, Stephen King fans, I am so sorry. My wife loves Stephen King. She's gonna divorce me if she hears this episode. Shit.
Yeah. Edit. Hey, engineer. Can you edit
So
the
they
Cujo
make
part?
it to the neighbor's house, and I love the scene where Smyth goes upstairs. You see him open the door to a bedroom,
Yeah.
and he goes,
Okay.
and then he
Yeah.
leaves.
Yeah. And in the outtakes, he says something like, "What the fuck?
What the fuck is
And
that?
slams
So
the door,
what did
yeah.
you think at that point?
Other than they were both dead?
Because he's obviously a prepared guy.
Yeah.
His reaction to what he saw was, okay.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. Just
Oh, it is. It's funny.
Just the way he delivered that
But
line.
once you find out what it was, makes it, I think, even funnier. Because they don't know what Zombeavers do. Now we go back to the cabin with the gang, and they have secured the space, and Whack a Zombeaver is done. And Mary is reading a book about zombies, or about beavers.
Yeah. Like an encyclopedia
Which is
or
not-
something.
A bad thing to do.
Right.
If you think about it, if you need to combat
Yeah.
several Zombeavers,
Right.
you'd think they'd retain the core characteristics of a beaver, but with the added benefit of being undead and having a taste for flesh.
And then douchebag, every time she reads something out loud, is crying and criticizing it like a little.
And this is when I noticed Jen is sitting on the couch, and she's got a cut on her leg.
That's when you first see
It's
it.
the first time I saw it.
Okay.
I don't think I saw it. Did you see it earlier?
No, I don't know. I don't remember when I first saw it.
And then Jen grabs the book, and she's like, "Let me see this." And she makes the comment about, they say they like to tunnel, but they like to play practical jokes.
Yeah. And then they're also, what's the word for couples stay together?
They're, oh my gosh.
Like they stay together for life.
Yes.
And then she
Yes.
says, unlike humans, and then looks over it.
Yeah.
Because those are she's in the room with the
Right.
two that cheated on her
Right.
and them together, her best, her good friend and her
Monogamous.
boyfriend.
Monogamous. Oh my God.
We
It's
work
been a
too
long
much,
week.
people. We really do. You
Now-
could get us to 1 million views in 1 year.
Yeah.
And you would
Help
have
us
us.
out.
You would have us all to yourselves.
We'd be sharper. We'd be
we
sharper.
We would be sharp as a samurai sword,
If,
and all yours for just 1 million.
all
1 million downloads.
Your independent film and weird movie needs. And again, now we go back to the neighbor house. And again, were these cuts too fast for you? Because
No.
it kind of worked for me.
Oh, yeah.
The movie's plotting along.
And you don't want it to drag.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just right. Although it's short, you're only about an hour and 15 for the movie without credits. Still, it works for what it is.
Yeah. So now we see Zoe, and she's got Buck's foot on ice, and she's packing it again.
in a Ziploc. Yeah.
And Smith's like, that ain't going to work.
Yeah.
And he says a reason why. I forget why.
Well, and it's actually true. You're supposed to wrap, like say you sever a finger or something.
Yeah.
You put a towel around the finger and then put it in ice because he says the ice kills the flesh. But I mean, I know that's like a first aid thing. You're supposed to do that.
Oh, shit. Hey, you guys.
Guys.
Go ahead and note that down. We're not experts, and we're not endorsed by any medical company. We're open to it, but
I took a first aid course 25 years ago.
sweet. You're a badass. So Smith says you should throw that foot away. Now we go back to the other house, and again,
Just throw it away.
As I'm thinking about this, and I was writing notes, I'm like, we're going back and forth. Mary is laying on the bed. She's taking a sabbatical.
So I'm sorry. I get an image in my. You're dead tired. You've got to get this in before the podcast watches. Your wife is watching it with you. You're furiously taking notes. Is she into the movie, or is this detracting from her getting into the movie?
No,
Because I'm picturing it in my head.
No, and she's seen this before, so she was kind of
okay.
like in and out on
Yeah.
it.
All right.
But she'll help every once in a while. She'll be like, "What was that?" Or,
Right. Write that
or
down.
point something out that I didn't catch. So
Oh.
I think we're a pretty good team
Yeah.
doing it. And she is also into the spirit of why we're doing this and what we want to share, and sometimes helps with the research. Like she'll send me a little tidbit about something she's found about the movie, which is super cool. But Mary is she's tired. She doesn't know where her boyfriend is because they came back and Tommy was not there. So she's laying down, and Jen comes in the room.
Yeah, they don't really talk about Tommy
No,
not
they
being
do.
there.
Like he went off and he should be back. Like they addressed like, where's Tommy? Well, he went to
for
get
help. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
And so Jen comes in the room, and it's an interestingly shot
the bedroom scene.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah,
interesting
yeah.
because Mary's
And
Oh,
they
they-
had talked about them making out
Earlier, right.
earlier. They foreshadowed this.
so you're thinking, okay, again, like we talked
Yeah.
about,
She's
a safety orgy
She's switching teams.
under stress. You're like, we can do nothing but make out right
yeah,
now.
I really hate that guy. I'm going to go with you.
And Jen climbs onto the bed, climbs on top of Mary.
If they could have afforded it, Lady Gaga should have been playing in the background during this scene.
Oh, that's a lot of money. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But you're thinking, oh, okay, and I
Yeah.
was like, all right,
we're gonna get the lesbian kiss
two-girl,
scene, or
girls
whatever.
good, fine.
Yeah.
But that's not what you get.
Oh yeah, you get a drooling, a lot of drool.
So Jen, who has been scratched by a Zombeaver,
Yep.
the first thing you see is her hands, and they bust out like nails bust out.
Oh, but first she takes, I want to call her Velma because of the glasses, right? She takes her hands and puts them
behind her
over
head.
back behind her head and holds them down.
So the whole plan was murder.
Yeah, she's like making it like it's going to be a kinky sex scene.
Here's a question. Do you think when they're about to turn, do they know? Do they have agency over what they're going to do in the minutes before they turn?
I'm going to say no because
what
of the
you see in the
final
end,
scene in
right.
the movie. Yeah.
So Jen's initial impetus is
Oh.
a makeout,
Yeah.
and it's unfortunately disrupted by the fact that she turns into
Right at that moment, a full moon.
a human. What do we call them?
Beaver.
Human Zombeaver?
She grows the teeth. Her teeth fall out.
Like the close up of when the big beaver teeth bust out of her teeth. Gross as shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So the claws come out, the teeth come out, a la werewolf, right?
Yeah.
And because what's her name? Mary tried to stop her. She's like, we did it before, but I don't really feel. Yeah, I don't really look at you that way. And then, boom, the teeth come out.
And again, the drool, it's perfect. I fucking love that.
So
scene.
much drool.
And you see it in the outtakes.
Yeah.
They laugh.
She's laughing so hard because there's so much of it. Yeah.
And what's interesting is Sam comes in and saves the day. Do you see how quickly Sam hits Jen with a baseball bat?
Yeah.
He comes in.
He couldn't even hold a baseball bat correctly earlier.
He doesn't even assess the situation. He doesn't know what's wrong. He hits her immediately.
So I'm going to say that he really wants to be with Mary.
With Mary. Well, yeah, and you see that a little bit later. But again, it's you. You hear a disruption, and your maybe ex-girlfriend is in a bedroom with her friend, and you come in and there's a disruption. Do you swing a baseball bat immediately without asking a question? Jen, what's up? Nothing? Just bam.
She was attacking her, though.
I know. But, maybe grab your hands.
Did she have the tail at that point?
No, she did not. So he comes in.
Because she had her back to him.
My point is, he comes in. I think he's always wanted a baseball bat in the head.
He just needed a reason.
Yeah. And now we go back to the other house, the neighbor house. And Smyth who's obviously an outdoorsman, he says, we need to cauterize Buck's severed leg situation.
Yeah, they're discussing he's not going to make it through the night.
Yeah. And they can't go anywhere.
He could cauterize the stub.
Yeah.
And she asked him, have you ever done this before? And to call him Mr. Smith, we don't know his first name. We just say Smith.
First name. Yeah.
I've seen it in the movies. He puts his big old buck knife in the fire.
Yeah, that's a little Rambo situation right there. And he's about to cauterize the leg, and we have a second Zombeaver
We have
human.
a second turning.
His buck turns into a Zombeaver.
And he's a big one. He's 6'3".
Yeah, he's a big guy.
6'3",
calls him
probably
big guy.
250 pounds.
And the way that Smyth is killed, how would you describe it? It's spectacular.
So fucked up. So fucked up. He picks him up upside down
and just eating
to
his
face level and is just eating his face. Meanwhile, poor Zoe's losing her mind.
Yeah, that's not great. That's not fun.
No, so Zoe, it's really gross.
So what I'm thinking is, do Zombeavers have super strength? Or do they transmit super strength to you if you turn into a Zombeaver as a human?
Well,
This is hot podcast stuff, you guys.
Yeah. With the girls, Mary was able to get out from under her, so probably not there. But clearly, Buck has super strength.
He picks this guy up.
And this dude's
perpendicular.
Yeah,
they're
straight up and down.
They're like stand-up 69ing.
Like
is what's happening.
Like the first Spider-Man when he comes down and does the kiss with Kirsten Dunst. Exactly
That's a
like
great
that.
Analogy.
It just
well done.
Just popped in there.
We're not sponsored by Marvel, but we're open to it.
But please
don't sue
us.
If that's a thing. Now they go back to the normal house. Again, this is why,
cut. It's a tennis match. Yeah.
And Mary and Sam are like, they've locked Jen in the room, and Mary's like, "Is she going to be okay?" And Sam says, "I don't know, but she's going to be on medication for the rest of her life."
Oh God, I laughed out loud on that.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm glad that you laughed at this actually. And they're thinking, "What the hell's?
Is she alive? I don't know, but she's."
And then we go back to the other house, and we have Zoe escaping the horror of downstairs. She goes up into the bedroom, and you see the body.
And she doesn't know what's in there. She just runs in and closes the door. So this was another homage to me. This was the way they filmed it when her body rises up in the bed. I thought that was The Exorcist.
I thought Exorcist too.
So that, okay. Then we're going with it.
Yeah.
It looked just like that. You know, the way she's
dead on the bed. You see the neighbor
and then
dead on
it just folds right up like almost like right up out of a coffin, and then turns her head and looks. I thought, I think Linda Blair did that.
Do you think that there is help for that actress? Or do you think she's got
maybe
the
holding
core strength to be like? Brr.
Well, if you hold your feet down, it's a lot easier to do the sit up.
Is there a grip like with a hole in the bed, like pushing her up?
Well, I mean, if she had her feet held, or if her feet were like under the end of the bed, then it's a lot easier to do that sit up without.
Yeah.
But it could have just been a body double, somebody younger that just could do the sit ups a lot easier.
And the neighbor woman has now turned into a Zombeaver human.
Yeah,
Zombeaver
she's got the teeth.
And Zoe, I think true to her character,
yeah, she's a badass.
Jumps right out the window.
Second story, Superman style.
What would you do? Because I know you have fight training. So would you, like you just saw your boyfriend lift a man perpendicular to his face and eat his face off. Would you? It's fight or flight, right?
Yeah.
So would you have assessed the situation and said, this is maybe a frail old lady who has beaver zombie strength? Would you have fought, or would you have?
I'm gonna liken it to a building on fire, and there's no thought other than that flame is so hot that's coming toward you. You just turn and dive.
But would you have
It's just an automatic
run down
reaction.
the stairs instead of jumped out the window? Because jumping out the window, was
the door blocked? I don't know.
No, it wasn't. She just ran upstairs. So would you run downstairs and face what's down there, or would you have jumped out the window?
I think she did I'm with her.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what I would have done. And we go back to the other house, and you see, hopefully this is not just agonizing to listen to.
They're in the bathroom.
You go to the other house. Jen is locked in the room, and now she has this tail, and she's that's the most impactful scene in this movie. And she's slapping this tail. She's a human with a full beaver tail, and she slap. And that's what I'm like, that's how they communicate. And again, I didn't research beavers for this.
What the fuck is going on with this tail?
No, I think that's how they communicate. So she's calling other beavers to her rescue. Don't laugh at me. This is cutting edge podcasting.
It's a fucked up scene. I was just like going,
the way it
what
looks,
because it was
they gave her a tail.
It was pointless. The director was clearly having her do that because they held on her for a minute. I like that you came up with a reason.
Yeah,
because I was like, what the fuck is this about?
With the one on the counter, the reanimated one that was cut in half, it's slapping its tail.
I like how your mind works.
And not like in a death throw because it's not going to die.
Yeah.
It's like, help me, help me, help me. It's like
alligators like do those shutter shakes, vibrational stuff in the water when they're doing their mating thing. I saw on the Discovery Channel, so I'll bet you it's the same thing. Look at this cutting edge.
Yeah.
You are on it.
So now we have Mary and Sam.
You are on the beaver tail.
And there I am. I'm beaver proficient at this point in time. So Mary and Sam are in the bathroom, the original bathroom of the first attack, and they're realizing that if you get like a zombie, and again, nobody says zombie or zombeaver, but if you get cut or bit, you will be turned. So they need to examine each other, so they strip.
Yeah. Velma, I shouldn't call her that. Mary.
That's probably a trademark thing. This is another lawsuit for us.
No, it's just a name.
By the time all these things are released, we're gonna have like 9 lawsuits.
Da 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 da.
Don't.
Too far.
If it's more than 20 seconds, we gotta pay. Even if you hum it.
I really feel like I got some work to do now.
They're. God, you're dancing around disaster. So they get naked. They're checking each other for scars, a la Lethal Weapon 3, the scene where they're, comparing scars. And they decide to go at it.
Yeah.
Again, and I've never been.
Well, and he just touches her side where there's a bruise and says, "What's this?" And then bam, they're at it like rabbits.
And I've never been in a threatening situation, like being like
where zombie beavers are outside the door.
But I wonder if it does something to your libido, and it's like a safety mechanism.
Well, I will say, being in the woods, the cabins in the woods, being up north, that kind of thing, that has an effect.
But if a zombie attack happened in a metropolitan area, you wouldn't want to.
But I suppose that the heightened state of fight or flight is definitely going to compound that.
Or so that's to Buck's like, we're all going to die. Let's do a safety orgy.
Yeah.
But so they decide to start to go at it, and
Nothing like sweet revenge, right?
Wow.
Nothing
This-
like this
what
is the
did you think
best
of this
revenge
scene?
scene. It was so gross. I mean, they really took the time for the effects on this one.
In your mind, explain to me what happens
Oh,
next.
I think my legs went together, and I cringed, and I went, "What the fuck?" Because it was like they spent some money
Yeah.
and time getting this
So
to be
Jen
really
busts
gross.
through the wall of the shower and immediately starts chomping on Sam's dick.
Chopping it, pulling it right off.
I mean, and just viscera and stringy stuff. I mean, it's it's horrifying.
and his scream, his blood curdling scream, and then flopping around on the floor
Yeah.
like a fish.
Yeah. So that happens.
It's gross. It's so gross.
So now we are left with 2 potential final girls, if you're keeping score of this betting thing. And at this point, Zoe crashes through the house in Smith's truck. So she has survived the fall, because you don't know if she survived crashing, because the last shot of her is still on the ground,
Yeah.
which I think is, again, good filmmaking.
Yeah, Michael Myers.
Exactly. Exactly.
He
So
gone.
she crashes through the house in Smith's truck, and Mary hops in. And
Which
these-
we've seen in a bunch of movies where
these
they
are-
crash
yeah.
through and rescue somebody. Yeah.
These are our final 2 survivors, and they are stopped ostensibly by the original dam across the road.
Does Jen have a final end? I'm trying to remember.
She does, yeah. And this is when they're going towards this dam, and you have Zombeavers
I remember.
Smyth, who shoots out the windshield. They're forced and crashed into a tree, and they're attacked by the zombie
But-
beaver neighbors.
So, have you ever seen a man turned into a zombie after being bitten shoot a gun?
Not with that proficiency.
Ever shoot a gun?
Yeah.
I mean, it might be the first
they've
zombie
clumsily
movie
tried, but yeah.
where a zombie. I mean, he's using the scope.
So
He's doing the whole.
and admittedly, he has no eyes because his face is all torn.
Yeah.
Flaw. But again,
Well, no, I think it's unique. They had him shooting a gun.
yes, correct. Forget that I said flaw. And so everybody's attacking the truck. Buck, the bear. Did you notice the zombie beaver bear?
Yeah, he just roaring in the moonlight.
Yeah. And so everybody attacks the truck, but they find a way to escape. The windshield is blown out, and then Jen is on the roof. She's the one who snuck on top of the roof.
Yeah, you think they're getting away, right? They're just
Yeah.
driving along,
Mhm.
and then she just plops down in front of the windshield with her
Reaches in,
scary face.
and they do the classic hit the brakes. She
Yep.
falls off, and they slowly run over her.
Zoe the badass,
Yeah.
the one that dove out the window. I never liked that bitch anyway, as she's slowly crushing
Just-
her head.
Just rolls right over her. Oh no! This is so now is when they confront the road blockage.
Yeah, and then they have to get out and start
Yeah.
walking.
And it's dawn, so it's light.
Yep, it's starting to. Yep, so it's the end of the second night.
And this is when they either get out of the truck, and this is when you see Tommy, and he's alive, and he's flopping around with the like reflective eyes.
Yeah,
So at some point, Tommy was crushed. He didn't die. The Zombeavers bit him, turned him into a Zombeaver, but he's helpless because he's under a tree.
well, you're superimposing that because nothing's shown. The only thing that's shown is that he's crushed by a tree.
Oh, I see the reflective. He's
He's a zombie. He's flapping around like he's and I
Yeah,
saw the
but you
eyes
see
too,
the-
but we don't know, how he got bit, when he got bit.
How he could have survived, which is again another tragic little bit. I wish they would have lingered on that a little longer.
Yeah, I think the whole
Or
purpose
have
of
them
that
react to
was
it.
she's blocking her from seeing her boyfriend, dead under the tree.
Yeah.
She's like kind of walk this way, or she's blocking her from seeing him.
So this is when Mary pulls a gun on Zoe, which was in the glove compartment,
Yeah,
and
because
she suspects because Zoe is bloody as hell.
from diving out the window and running through the woods.
Yeah, and that's what she explained. She's like, I drove out a fucking window.
Yeah. You have to wait until I turn, or it will be murder.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was her line to
that was a
like
good
try and
scene.
save her life. Yeah,
That was a good.
Yeah,
That's a good line.
and then out of the blue,
Yeah.
old beaver teeth pop out of the girl with the gun. Another zombie with a gun now.
Yeah. Mary turns into a Zombeaver human zombie.
Yeah, while she's holding a gun
So,
on her friend.
I don't know, when did she get, what happened? I didn't see anything happen to her.
Oh, let me think. Was it
And again, I don't care. I love this.
was it in the bathroom?
I don't think so.
Because that was all
That was a
about her
long
biting his
podcast
member
pause,
off.
sorry.
Yeah.
But either way, I don't care at this point. We're an hour and 15 minutes in.
She's
and
had
I'm
enough
happy.
interaction with beavers.
Yeah.
She could have got better cut.
And she turns, and Zoe takes the axe that she got earlier from Smith's truck and obliterates her friend.
While she's in the process of turning, she's shuddering. The gun hands her down by her side. Without hesitation, axe to the head.
And at that point, because I talked about Sam having no pause when he busted into the room and bashed his girlfriend's head in.
Yeah.
At that point, Zoe would have had no reason to pause either.
Right.
You've seen so much horrible shit. You're like, all right, I'm going to axe you, and I'm going to walk out of this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Wow.
Using the axe as a cane, she just starts slowly
she's hurt
limping
because
down the road.
Yeah,
she can hardly walk.
And so this is
And they cue the music. They cue the ending music. You think it. Like Friday the 13th. When you think it's over.
Yeah.
So that's kind of slightly an homage. Before the hand comes out of the water there. She's walking down the road. The happy music comes on. And she sees a vehicle coming towards her, so she gets a big smile on her face. I'm saved. Starts waving down the vehicle. Cut to the interior of the cab of our same two guys from the very beginning that started the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
They're going to finish the whole thing off.
Bill Burr's on his phone.
Same scene. He's texting. Yeah, you see that girl up there? Yeah,
Yep.
that looking. I don't think you do. I trust you.
Yep. And poor Zoe is hit by the medical waste truck.
With wonderful sound effects, just obliterated.
So, did you like this?
Yeah, it was fun.
You did?
It was fun.
I mean,
it's your gig. This is what
I know.
But I do watch these. Like, remember the time I texted you and I found this crazy ass title? It was called Bigfoot Girl. Yeah. And it had such a crazy tagline or explanation. And the cover was a girl laying prone in the woods and Bigfoot like hovering over her like he's going to dominate her or whatever. And I'm like, all right, this looks so ridiculous. I have to watch it. And unfortunately, folks, this one will never make my cut to my choices.
I know you're good podcast. Like that, but you don't have to be nice to me. It's all right. We can differ.
I had fun. I love independent film.
I'm glad you did. So a couple of notes. So the Backstreet Boys are given a cast credit for playing the zombie beaver bear.
What?
It's unclear if it was all of them or just a few of them, but the Backstreet Boys have an official credit on this movie for playing the zombie beaver bear.
So they were in a bear suit?
Apparently so.
Because that first one was a real bear.
One or more of them. The zombie beaver bear. The one later.
Oh, yeah, you did say it. Sorry.
Fred Tatasciore is credited for zombie beaver sounds. So there you go.
Oh,
he's the one.
The screaming mountain lion.
He has 817 credits on IMDb.
So he's doing that with his voice?
Voice work, yeah.
Shit.
I know.
That's
817 credits. Animation, voice work. Unbelievable.
He must have scars or polyps on his
there are 12
cords.
credited producers on this film. 12. That's a pretty high number. And if you want to watch the movie and check this out, so you watched a couple of interviews, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Do you know the British guy who interviewed Bill Burr and John Mayer, Stephen Merchant?
No, but I saw that interview.
So Stephen Merchant is an amazing actor. He is probably best known. He played Caliban in Logan. He's in a movie that I love that everybody hates called Movie 43. Did you ever see Movie 43?
No.
The vignette movie. He directed a movie called Fighting with My Family, which is about wrestling, and is rad. He directed that.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
He's taller than The Rock. There's a picture of him next to The Rock. This dude is tall. So I don't know how Stephen Merchant got involved because there's an interview with the director as well.
Yeah.
But Stephen Merchant did a bunch of interviews with people involved in this movie.
Oh,
It was
nice
really great.
work. This is gold.
And again, watch friend to friend. Watch Fighting with My Family. It is.
I did.
Oh, you did.
I did. And I talked to my son about it too because I was like, is this a true story about that girl? And he's like, yes, Dad.
Yeah.
Because my son is totally into wrestling and he's been to WrestleMania and he loves it.
Watch movie 43. May end our friendship. I don't know. But I think it's worth it. Again, I've mentioned...
If we could get through Monte Doro.
I've mentioned so many movies tonight that everybody hates that I love.
Yeah.
And this is a theme to this thing. But movie 43 is a series of vignettes.
Yeah.
And it's got the most famous people in it. I think it's funny as shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why so many people... Like Hugh Jackman, Gerard Butler, Halle Berry.
Holy shit.
Kate Blanchett.
Oh, jeez.
So if that's not enough...
Yeah,
Dennis Quaid.
You got to watch just for that.
Yeah.
But that's the great thing about...
Liv Schreiber, Naomi Watts. They're
all in that?
Oh, yeah. And again, they're short little pieces. And there's one with Liv Schreiber and Naomi Watts where they're homeschooling their son, but they're trying to give him all of the like characteristics of high school. So like Liv Schreiber, as the son's walking down with his books, he slaps him out of his hand and is like, "Fuck you, nerd."
Got to get the full experience.
Oh God, it's funny as hell. All right, so we're gonna end with reviews, and I have 2 of each. Now, going into this, looking at reviews, I knew it would be easy to find bad ones, but it wasn't as much. I will say, amongst the bad reviews, people are saying watch Tucker and Dale vs. Evil instead. So they're comparing this as a horror comedy to the benchmark
to the masterpiece of them all,
of Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, which
if you could see the look on Ryan's face right now, his look of awe, his
Tucker and Dale,
he's bowing to the master.
It is unbelievable. So we're going to start with the bad ones. This is a 1 out of 10, and it's titled "Made Me Mad." Lost our respect for this movie when they threw the dog in the lake to be killed.
Why is it the dog always gets people?
I know.
I mean, you know how many people turned off John Wick?
That's the end of the review, by the way.
No, are you serious?
Yeah.
I thought you were fucking with me.
I'll read it again. Lost our respect for this movie when they threw the dog in the lake to be killed.
Yeah. Probably remotes went through the TV screen.
Another 1 out of 10. This is the definition of nonsense. Absolute garbage, horrible plot. Please don't even recommend this movie to your enemy.
Yeah. Well, the title didn't give this guy a clue.
That's the end of the review.
Yeah. Zombeavers is
what
a
I took
serious
away,
Shakespearean.
What I took away is this guy has enemies. Like who has enemies?
Oh.
Don't recommend this to your enemy. Like if I had to say I recommend this to my enemy, I don't know. Do you have an enemy? Like, would you not recommend this movie to an enemy in your life?
It's so bad that he doesn't even want his enemy to watch it.
What the fuck is this person doing wrong? All right, now we're going to go for some 10 out of 10 reviews. These are IMDb reviews. And we start with this one. It's titled, "We're Looking for Beavers." Well, aren't we all? Okay, so this comedy picture takes you to the next level of bad movie decision. The story is so good, it should win an Oscar for originality. Bunch of young people going to a cabin in the forest again? What could go wrong this time? Well, why not explore those beavers with their big tooth and turn them to zombie? Just because. So if you are up to some bad production and making fun of it, this is it. I can't understand how far are we going to go to produce shit like this. Zombie beavers? I mean, really? Yes, this is going to blow your mind. You're going to get stunned by what drugs, I don't know really which kind they use, can do to some producers with just so much money to spend. I give it then star just because this should win every competitions. Just for everyone to remember the zombie beaver forever. Do the wise choice and just respect your time. Okay, I
that
deserve
was a bad
an Oscar.
review, wasn't it?
I deserve an Oscar for getting through that. I read it as it was.
Yep.
With,
Competitions.
Look, all the quotes. You see this?
Yeah.
See that?
That's a lot, Ryan.
What I did was magic.
Yes. And you even have our logo at the end of the sheet, bottom of the sheet there.
Do the wise choice and just respect your time. All right. And the last.
But that was a 10 out of 10?
Yeah, I know.
It sounded like a bad review.
It turned into a bad review, but really, just for everyone to remember the zombie beaver forever.
Aw.
Remember it forever.
Yeah, because it ate the dog.
Will you?
It ate the dog.
All right, the last review. Here we go. It's titled "Better Than Star Wars."
Ooh. That'll make you perk up.
Best film I've seen in a while. Spooky, funny, and made cry.
Made cry. The end.
There you go.
Wow.
It made cry.
It made...
So that is our rundown, our overview of Zombeavers.
Pretty detailed overview, huh?
Yeah. And maybe, what I hope happens is that people listen to this podcast and people who are involved in films of this podcast hear this, and we're given this has been an unprecedented level of analysis of our film, and we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And we'd love to hear from anybody involved in these movies. A little independent podcast at gmail.com is our email address. But we don't do this to make fun of movies. Sometimes we'll do silly movies and we'll have some fun with it. But it would be really cool to have a filmmaker or somebody involved be like,
yeah,
hey, thanks for breaking down our movie. And
in the end, it's a celebration of independent film.
Yeah.
And we reference so many other movies just sitting here talking about movies that, when somebody's looking, what am I going to watch next? You're not getting just what we talked about.
We're here for
the movie. We reference a lot.
So
of
you don't
movies.
have to scroll so much.
We do the treasure hunting, so you don't have to.
That's right. Well, Todd, thank you for watching Zombeavers, and thank you for...
Yeah, I got to come up with one to put you through now.
I'm ready.
Yeah, look at that grin.
I'm ready.
I already have it.
Good.
I already have it. We're going back to the woods, Ryan, next week. We're going back. We're going deep in the woods, deep of the woods of Kentucky. Get ready, folks.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well,
Her car breaks down, and trouble ensues.
Oh, all right. Well, stay tuned to the next one. Thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it. Any emails, any thoughts you have, as constructive as possible, please send them to us at alittleindependentpodcast@gmail.com. And hey, Todd.
Yes, Ryan.
We'll always have
Monty Doro.
Who are those guys?
Who are those guys? You'll love it. It's just a little independent.
Love it. It's just a little independent. You're about to say.
You'll love it. It's just a little independent. You're going to love it. It's just a little independent. Okay. We're 10.
Yeah, we're 2 or 2.
Yeah.
We're like you'll love it. It's just a little independent. It's just
Like
a
I'm
little
introducing a
independent.
movie to you.
Like you're about to.
All right, yeah.
It's just a little independent.